based on purchasing power parity (PPP). These achievements cement its status as Africa's second largest city economy, trailing only Cairo, Egypt. The announcement came during the launch of the Lagos Economic Development Update LEDU 2025, which highlighted the state's resilience amidst economic reforms and infrastructural investment. While the figures signal progress, concerns persist over revenue mobilization, with the state's tax-to-GDP ratio at a modest 2.3%. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu hailed the milestone, reaffirming Lagos' commitment to economic expansion through investment in infrastructure, technology, tourism, and manufacturing. BKO. Yes, I'm not from Lagos, but Lagos is the center of excellence for a reason.
You live in Lagos.
Yeah, I live in Lagos. Okay?
You know, nothing makes me happy like the incremental progress of Lagos.
Sure.
It's organic, and across the different sectors, you see growth. You can feel the growth. When a state like Lagos begins to embark on things that subnationals can only think of, you know that Lagos is already high up there.
Man, the rail network.
The rail network. How many subnationals in our country are embarking on that? And Lagos is a state of first. You can see, when Lagos came up with the BRT initiative, critics were saying, oh, roads that are not wide enough, you are already partitioning them. They said all kinds of things. Today, the BRT scheme has come to stay, and many people are happy with it. I know that this growth will continue. You know, according to facts that I gleaned, the state economy recorded significant growth in the first half of 2024, expanding to 27.38 trillion, a substantial increase from 19.65 trillion in 2023, from 19.65 trillion to 27.38 trillion. So Lagos anticipates that it will continue to generate good revenue, and that in the year 2025 it will generate 2.79 trillion.
That's like the budget of some country.
There are some states in our country that their total internally generated revenue is around 50 billion a year.
Yes.
The whole year. And one state intends to generate 2.79 trillion.
Yeah.
You know? So, and then of course, they are confident that with increased fiscal discipline and diversification of revenue sources, they will continue to make more money. And but I like what Taiwo Edele said. He said, Lagos is big, but its revenue is small, collecting less than 2% of GDP.
Yes.
While some progress has been made, we still have a big room for improvement. And the time to change this narrative is now. I'm happy that, yes, the economic resilience of Lagos is there for all to see. Lagos is setting the pace for others to follow. FCT is also doing very well. River State is doing well. There's potential there in terms of internally generated revenue, FCT, and then Rivers. You know, in that order. But we have to keep improving. We have to keep looking up. If we are happy with where we are, then we won't challenge ourselves. We just believe that, okay, this is where we are. Nobody rivals us in Lagos. I mean, we are the second largest city economy in the continent of Africa after Egypt. So why should we bother? But since 1999, Lagos has been lucky to have good leaders, good governors who have sustained the pace of development. And that is what we are seeing. So I'm very happy, as somebody who is resident here, to see the progress happening in Lagos.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, very soon, we'll be able to bring the governor of Lagos State to come and talk about all of this on journalist anger. We'll make
I look forward to that. I look forward to that. But to the average Lagosian, how significant is this?
Very, very significant. Very, very, very significant. Because what it actually means is that activities, economic activities are expanding. A lot of Lagosians are involved in productive ventures, and that is the truth. If you look at let's even talk about government investments. Let's talk about government investment in rail transport, maritime, and all of that. We know that it has created jobs. Now, and there's one other thing that I think we should talk about. You know, the security in Lagos alone, again, it has created an enabling environment for business activities to thrive.
Yes.
And it has been like this. I mean, it didn't start with Sanwo-Olu. You see, there's something about the governors that have ruled Lagos. They have different temperaments. I mean, the way they talk. But one thing they have done is to sustain.
There's a blueprint and they follow through.
The trajectory of growth.
Look at the issue of BRT. It started with the then governor, Tinubu.
Yes.
I mean, of course, Fashola did not abandon it, built on it. You know, the interesting thing about BRT is that it phased out the monster buses, Molue.
Yes.
Nobody said Molue had to go. Nobody banned Molue. Molue was
just on its own.
Remember the days of Molue now? Yes. People will be hanging and all of that. So
people will be preaching to you and selling
drugs. Yes.
A
drug that can cure all diseases.
all things. So it's wonderful. Honestly, I mean, we need to be very honest. Lagos, it's an enabling environment. It has an enabling for everybody, except you are lazy.
Now, with this increase, and Governor Sanwo-Olu must be doing something different.
No, he's just building on.
Just building on.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, let me talk a bit about revenue, because tax to GDP ratio is very low.
What should the governor be doing? What should the government of Lagos be doing differently?
Well, it's just to make sure
that. For me, there are two things that they can do. You don't need to create new taxes.
Okay.
Improve the efficiency of collection.
That's what I was going to say.
You don't need to create, because people don't need new taxes at this time.
True.
But there are many people who are refusing
they are not
to
paying.
pay. We've not found a way. I think if we behave the way they behave in
other countries,
look, tax evasion, the punishment for tax evasion is greater than that of manslaughter. In some of the countries of Europe, you don't try it. Some former president have been jailed for not paying tax.
Tax evasion.
They don't joke with it.
Because you are aware that
so there should be tougher laws for tax evasion.
There are employers that deduct taxes from
and
staff salaries and don't remit.
They don't remit.
There are companies that do that.
Yes,
they do.
It's happening. It's happening.
That's a crime, a major crime.
They deduct tax.
Some will bribe tax collectors and pay just a fraction.
They do it.
So I guess
those are the areas
the potential to earn a lot more is